Hello everyone and welcome to the Enemies Elliot, and thanks for joining me as I give you my thoughts and opinions on each and every Index opening. We'll be going over the openings for Index, Accelerator and Railgun, also throwing in a couple of video games as well. These are of course songs with visuals that go hand in hand to entice the audience into wanting to watch and getting us intrigued into what's to come. So of course we've got the A tier, which is what's the best tier you could possibly be in. You got B tier, C tier, and of course the skip. Skip is one in where, you know what, you just don't want to watch it all the time. You just want to get through it and get to the meat and potatoes of what you're actually watching. So let's go through it, let's have a look, and give you a brief rundown of my thoughts and opinions. The reason why it's brief is because I do want to break down each and every opening in a separate video, giving them their own time to shine in the future. So let me know which one you want me to start with in the comments down below. And let me know, of course, your favourite intro and your least favourite intro at the end of the video. Let's go. Starting off with Adverse Wind. This one, of course, is for the Index MMO mobile game. Now I'm going to put it into C because the graphics look a bit clunky and a little bit kind of scary, not going to lie. But at the same time, it does its job in making me want to try the game out at least once or twice, but it's not something I would watch every time I load up the game. Next up, we have Dual Existence, I believe. Yep, that one. This one is an A tier simply because I've not actually reached it from the Index Railgun T, perspective, but at the same time, after watching it once and twice, I'm super intrigued to find out who their characters are. I love the visuals and I love the kind of dark, ominous atmosphere that the opening brings with it. I'm super excited. I just got to finish off the Daihatsu Festival first. Next up, we have the first opening from Railgun T, and that is Final Phase, which I'm actually going to put into C tier, because the visuals are amazing. This actually got me excited to watch Railgun T at the start, but now that I'm about 13 episodes in, I just don't really care for the opening all that much. So it did its job at the start, but yeah, I probably would skip it now. So would be near the low ends of C. Next up, we have Future Gazer. This one was so wholesome, so sweet, and if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend to go and watch it. This opening is from an OVA, I believe, and it's got Misaka, Shirai, Sasen, Ueharu, all kind of filming themselves doing their own quirky, goofy things. And I just love this intro so much, and it put a smile on my face from start to finish, so I'm putting it in A tier. Next up, we have Get Ready, which is from the PS4 game, I believe, in where each character has their own designed Gundam mecha type of robot thing, which they use to fight. Now, I've not played this game. I don't believe it's out in the UK. Okay, so it made me want to play it. Good. The music was average. The visuals were unique because they were different from the Index that we know already. So I think I'm going to put it in B. I think that's nice and fair for it, because yeah, I do want to play it. I can't wait for the game to come out. Not really a huge fan of Gundams or mechas or anything like that, so did a good job. Gravitation is an A. I love this intro. This is one of my favourite intros. Not my favourite, but one of my favourite intros to watch. Just the visuals, the music, they pair together nicely, and the characters' expressions on it, it's just so fun to see. Next up, we have the intro from the A Certain Magical Index Imaginary Festival mobile game. Of course, this is not out in the UK, it's only out in Japan at the moment, but I have played it by means, as you can see on the channel. But yeah, the intro is super exciting, it makes you want to play the game, but more than that, I just love the music a lot. I can just put the music on, just in a loop, and just listen to it while I'm making my scripts for my videos and stuff. That is something that I really, really appreciated from this intro. Next up, level 5 Judge Light. It's a C. Not much I can say about that. I just didn't click. Nothing really in it clicked for me. The music was, but at the same time the visuals were okay. I'm just going to put it in C. Masterpiece, unfortunately, wasn't that much of a masterpiece, but it was good enough to be in B tier. No buts. I said that Gravitational wasn't my favourite intro, but no buts is. Seeing that first opening of Index just bobbing along to the music, loved it. The facial expressions on all their characters, brilliant. Now I don't really like Index too much, but her expressions and the way she acts in this intro makes me like her just a bit more than I currently do. So I like that. The music itself is fun, and best of all, it's catchy, and it makes me want to sing along as well, even though I'm terrible at singing Japanese songs. So yeah, awesome. Only My Railgun is going to be in B tier. I actually quite like this. This was a nice intro. Not the best intro ever, but it's by certainly no means the worst intro. So I'm putting it in B tier. The first intro we have of Index ever, and I'm putting it at the top of B. Now, it might be controversial because quite a lot of people are like, oh, it's the original, it's the best. I don't think it is the best. Yes, it got me really excited and hooked on Index as a franchise when I first saw it. I wanted to find out all about the characters because some of them were looking pretty sad and mysterious, which is great because it's enticing. But at the same time, there's a lot better intros out there than this one. Just gonna throw that there. Next up is another controversial pick because Raw, for me, is going to be at the top of C because I love the visuals. The visuals of Accelerator in that church-like area, banging his fist with the black wings coming out, with the kind of classical twist to the song as well, with the fight scenes coming. Those were beautiful, magnificent visuals, brilliantly choreographed, but at the same time, the music itself, I just couldn't vibe with. I just couldn't get behind the music. I like the fact that it did pair nicely with the visuals and it worked for what it was, but for me, it didn't get my attention. Next up, we have C Vision S. This is another A intro. I actually really like this one for one specific scene. And that is when Tomo's thinking about all of his friends and his memories. We have all that, but we have a visual of him just like running through the whole thing. I absolutely love this element of the intro. That was fantastic and beautifully done. Excellently executed. And the music itself was really good too. At least a 7.5 out of 10. Next up, we have one that I really wanted to like, but I just couldn't. And that is Shadow is the Light. Now, this for me had brilliant choreography in the intro. I loved the way that they had Accelerator walking into darkness, but then the intro lit up when Last Order appeared because he or she is his light. That was brilliant symbolism and choreography, but at the same time, the music, I again couldn't fit with the music. It was a bit too overpowering, a bit too overbearing in my opinion. Next up, we have Sister Noise. And I'm actually going to put this in B tier. I like this intro because it opens up a lot of avenues and gives us hints at things to come. Again, gripping, enticing, good song, pretty good song. Yeah, all around, it was just enjoyable. And lastly, we've got the only one that I'm putting in skip. Because this is the one that is for a video game, I believe again, or an OVA, I can't really remember. But at the same time, it was the only one when I was researching all of these intros that I was like typing in already the name for the other intro before this one had finished. I was just like, when's this going to end? I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't vibing with it, so unfortunately I've got to put it at the skip section just because I'll never listen to it again. And that's unfortunate, but it's just reality. So there you have it, that is my list, that is my reasons, thoughts, and brief opinions on each of the intro. Remember, I want to break down each and every one of them individually, so let me know your pick for which one I should start first, But above all else, I want to hear what your favourite and least favourite intro is from the Index franchise. Do you agree or disagree with some of the stuff that I've said? If so, or if not, then argue your points down there, but be respectful, of course, because everyone has their own opinion. Like the video if you did, and hit that subscribe button for more Index related content in the future. Different videos are coming in the future, so get excited and look forward to that. But of course, have a great day. Alligator, matane, goodbye.